Pleased to have you back on Gold Rush Reporter, where we dig into the stories, strategies, and secrets behind gold, silver, and rare collectibles. Today, we're exploring an incredible collection of rare coins and bullion, some traveling halfway across the globe with insights you won't see anywhere else. Stick around, because you're about to witness firsthand the kind of collectibles that can change a stacker's game. Describe it. In my opinion, it is a Middle Eastern coin of Arabic origin, included in the bequest that my mother left me. You can see one in the slot over there. That one then requires our whole attention. It travelled all the way from Australia in my wallet. Have you already cleared security and customs? Sure. Of course, travellers from all around the world come to see me. Only at SD Bullion can you purchase Yankee silver rounds depicting coin dealer Tim online. Free shipping is available on all orders over $199. Acquire yours now while they are available. Please tell me that you did not travel to the other side of the globe just to visit the coin and stamp shop to see Tim Marsden. I had something in mind. Do you know what I have in my to-do list? Excuse me? Visiting Australia in March of next year. If you are a fan of motorsports, you should definitely watch the Bathurst 1000. Have you heard of it? Could those be supercars? Yeah. Wow, those are fantastic. Wow, those are incredible. Yeah. They sound just as one would expect them to. Yeah. I take that you're not here to sell anything then? The two. A long time ago, my mother bequeathed this to me as part of her estate. In Australia, I was expecting a pitiful return, so I figured I'd give it a go and watch how you fare. You can see one in the slot over there. That one then requires our whole attention. With one in the correct slot? Yeah. 1877 is the pivotal year. The country of Australia. I think so. Full stop. In what Australian state are you located? Western Australia. Western Australia. The eastern side. How does one go about collecting precious metals in Australia? The Perth Mint is a fantastic place to shop, actually. Shipping from across the nation, meanwhile, can be somewhat pricey. Can we talk about taxes? Absolutely no taxes. For bullion, no. All things that are of a high quality. The 77 slot is not appropriate for this 1899. Put that in the 99 slot. That's where it belongs. No, Tim, I didn't relocate them. I had no intention of deceiving you. I beheld his enthusiasm grow. Indian head pennies are your favorite. All of them were around when I was a kid, absolutely. By the way, Tim, there's another one of these. 50 cents. I apologize. That other Indian head looked familiar to me. It's 50 cents. I think they stopped making these around 1857. Year 1854. Yet another solid heirloom item. Those were commonly collected by people in that era. In the meantime, I'll lay out the remainder of them for you to peruse. Sure, here are a few of 20-cent ones for you. And the big cent is yours. Next came the 50 cents. An excellent example would be a 1909S. A hole, nevertheless, is in it. I will verify that it is a 1909S first and foremost. Oh, absolutely. A gap. There is a hole in it. For what reason would they act in such a manner? A specific size washer was required, though. A date is invisible to me. Whatever Tim is willing to do for him, I'll be satisfied with. Also, may I ask for the last name? Holy cow. When silver was inexpensive in 2016, 2017, and 2018, I purchased a substantial amount. It was converted by myself. There was a major dealer online, and I simply had it in my account. I became a little anxious when it began to rise. I then told him to turn it into kilogram bars. Holy cow. And please, send me the kilogram bars. So, they sent me a box containing 15-kilogram bars. Holy cow, that was quite a burden. It's a sturdy wooden box. Forget about wood. It seemed to be a long-lasting plastic. Every time we have something substantial, we have to put it in a monster box. You know, a made-up monster box. Holy cow. It was a real challenge to exit my vehicle. You can bet on it. Up to my abode. I prefer silver though. Yes, I do. For quite some time I have enjoyed it. I have been receiving these as birthday presents since I was a little girl. A birthday greeting from my grandpa. The Morgans? Yeah. Is there anything special about selling those in Australia? I figured we could get more bang for our buck over here, so I didn't even bother to try. They would be in more demand. Consider gold. What is the Australian gold market like? Could that be the metal of choice? Over there, they mine a great deal of gold. Yes, indeed. One of the world's largest mines employs my brother-in-law. Holy cow. Okay, buddy. I hope you're having a good time with that awesome Australian stacker's visit. As soon as Tim ends the call, he will tell us about more of his valuables. However, his remark regarding mining prompted me to reflect on the significance of America's focus on mining as well. In addition to copper, yes, with silver and gold. Despite its importance, I do not stack physical copper myself. Over the next 2 decades, the globe will require enormous quantities of copper, according to Robert Freeman, one of the most renowned mining millionaires on the planet. US copper production is vital, and President Trump and his team are aware of this. American industries rely on copper, according to Howard Lutnick, who argued that the metal should be manufactured domestically. There will be no leeway or compromise. Made in America, copper is what Donald Trump claimed. Copper must return to its rightful place. Furthermore, Trump just last week, I believe it was Thursday, added copper to the United States vital minerals list. Regardless of your feelings toward the president, it is certain that he is taking steps to secure copper resources within the United States. Consequently, I'd want to highlight a copper-focused firm today that is trading near its 2025 lows. All right. Prices have dropped by a little more than 20% so far this year. The video sponsor for today is Giant Mining Corp. Plus, I'm of the opinion that the current lows they're experiencing might be an incredible opportunity to buy. Their tail, and particularly their resource, has me very pumped up. Not in Australia, but in Nevada, Giant Mining owns the Majuba Hill Copper Project and a previous producing mine. The location is ideal for mining, among the best in the world. The Majuba Hill Project's historic subterranean mines yielded copper, tin, silver and gold from the early 1900s until the 1950s. For the next 70 years, it did nothing. They lacked the sophisticated drilling tools that are available now. However, Majuba Hill's infrastructure is prepared. Everything you could possibly need is at their fingertips. Access roads, power, transportation, water, mining reserves, and more. Because of all these things, I'm very positive on Giant Mining. This isn't stacking though. That's obvious. You should absolutely stack before doing this, as it is speculative. You should only risk money that you are prepared to lose if you engage in speculation. Also, don't blindly invest in Giant Mining because I think they're great. Perform your own research. Their ticker is visible on the screen at all times, BFGGFF. They're available in the US on the OTC markets. Assuming Tim is nearly finished with his call, I say we return to the coin and stamp shop. Presented here are various coins from Mexico. Are you, in fact, peddling these? Yeah. I have to divide this bequest among my 3 siblings, therefore I'm selling all of this stuff. I understand. All the things that could be fairly shared amongst the four of us were divided up accordingly. Of course, yes. But we couldn't divide these leftovers, so here they are. So, while you're in Tim's, what are you planning to purchase? If he has any kangaroos, specifically silver kangaroos, I would want to get some. Perhaps even a little gold. Very well done. First and foremost, I always advise folks to try to stack the silver and gold types found in the nation they're in. Yes, I also have that belief. However, having some foreign items can also be enjoyable. Definitely, I think so. Were there any items you left behind in the US that may be picked up on your return to Australia? Yes, I did receive several items from SD, rounds of bullion, Tim, and Yankee. I see. Plus, I'm thinking a 10-ounce silver bar. I opted to get it at spot as it was my inaugural order with them. Well done. Plus, delivery is on the house. Very well done. Great. All right, guys, I'm going to show you something awesome. I understand. It's about the size of a credit card. Yeah. By the way, it's not heavy. It traveled all the way from Australia in my wallet. Did you bring that with you on your journey? Sure thing. Would you really go through security and customs handcuffed? Sure. No trouble at all. They sent me around 20 of them in all. Do you have 20 of them? Yeah. Holy cow. Plus, I remember paying only around 60 Australian dollars for a pair of those. Their value has increased slightly. In a word, yes. Why would you want to utilize those? If you obtain those, what are you planning to do with them? Having something that wouldn't put a dent in my savings in the event of an emergency is appealing to me. I could use it to buy something smaller, or trade it for something else entirely. Swap and exchange. Trade? Absolutely. I mean, that hasn't happened just yet, but it certainly could. We can only hope that it never happens, but I'm praying that my house stays safe from fires because I have homeowner's insurance. Sure thing. I happen to possess a few of these. Is Australia their home? Oh no, those are actually German. Looks like they're from Germany. Sure. I have bars on hand. Those aren't new to me. I am astounded. Is it as simple as throwing it on there and checking its authenticity? To be fair, it believes it is worth more than its actual worth. I see. I'm delighted to hear that. Aussie bicentennial coins, these. On this side, you may see Queen Elizabeth. It wasn't until 1970 that we finally met in person. I had a fantastic time, you know. Are there any silver flecks in it? Not a clue. You have no idea, do you? Do you have no idea? You have no idea. I threw them in with some other items in a bag and decided to bring them to... When were they made? The year 1970. In my opinion, there is no silver. In my opinion, it is unlikely. In my opinion, it is unlikely. Yeah. Buyer? Buyer. Recurring client? Serious shopper? Yeah. Tim, you're getting some pretty substantial orders. Everything here is excellent. Everything here is excellent. And whenever it appears to retreat, the demand for more increases. That's great news. That's great news, Tim. In most cases, making a profit is a positive thing. Does this price drop make you feel vindicated? I believe most people understand that my views are likely more accurate than incorrect. I understand. Although not entirely exonerated just yet? No. The truth is that most central banks throughout the world aren't purchasing gold. In fact, you won't find this sentiment expressed by any nation's central bank. Gold is being amassed by them, giving it back to its original owner. That word isn't used by the World Gold Council, though. Adding to their gold holdings is a good analogy. These nations all have large gold reserves. There will come a day when they can't fool anyone anymore. I hold that view. I was wondering what you thought the final bid was for those Indian heads. Upon the Indian noggins, $27, $18. I understand. Completely satisfied. Okay with me. That is hopeful. That is hopeful. That is very kind. I see. It's a group of Mexican men, huh? Oh, I perceive. One Morgan, too. I agree. 21. A 21 would be required. Those darn items brought in $87 million for them. Sure, I am aware. The weight of them suggests they could be useful on this site. Assuming the scale hasn't been totally skewed by your weight, of course. No, I'm not. My mistake. That's acceptable. That's the result of being corny, Ike. Yes, it does. Ike, it's common. Simply said, they aren't high quality enough to warrant such high prices as collectors. Sure, I'm aware of it. No worries. Additionally, if you ever choose to purchase some, they offer boxes of these items. Yes, I am certain that you do. Tim, you mean nobody buys these when they come in? A collection of vintage Mexican coins? Yeah, those aren't that popular, are they? Oh, they had the most bizarre combos. They had 720, but these are 900. Some of them included 10% silver. Ah, well, these dates are all quite common. The 2-cent piece was introduced in 1964. The number 68 was a huge minute. I agree. In terms of relative worth, the half-cent is likely to rank among the most valuable coins. Any of these would be a bonus, as I failed to collect any. About $20. I understand. Could this be a 3-cent coin? Yes, I did my best. It shows signs of wear and tear. Not much was involved. No. It looked like a fish scale, didn't it? Names were tossed around quite a bit. Their main concern was usually, where the heck did that penny go? Alternatively, where did that quarter disappear to? Yeah, I misplaced yet another. What on earth is that? In my opinion, it is a Middle Eastern coin of Arabic origin. The one I found online was the finest. I am heading to the stamp store. So, are Medicare Parts A and B in your policy? No. My eligibility for Medicare has not been determined. Destroy it. That's the reason why my answering machine gets flooded daily. Oh, is that so? Is that it? It's absurd. She has endless energy and enthusiasm. Whether you answer or not is of no concern to her. It continues indefinitely. However, Tim, each time you respond to it, you're actually helping the analytics. Monster food is what it is. Monster food is what it is. The AI is after you, Tim. Horses appear on numerous of their coins. And yes, you guessed it, the script is Cyrillic. That might be Greece, right? It seems likely, right? Will it be silver? Seems unlikely. Such corrosion would be unheard of for silver. The writer is the part that baffles me. His weapon of choice appears to be a saber. However, he is wearing a headgear of sorts. Take a good hard look at it. Yeah. From what I could tell online, it appeared to be Middle Eastern, on par with an Arabic coin. If these are indeed numerical values, they do resemble Arabic numerals. With the exception of the Arabic numerals, which can only be 1 or 2, I am unsure of their proper name. And these are completely at odds with that. It states the same thing for nearly all of these involving horses. To Marinea, Thrace, or wherever it may be. Many of them accompanied by steeds. It seems you're planning to just keep it as a... Yes, I will simply retain it. For display purposes, perhaps? Oh, I see. I'll just hold on to it. I don't mind. I understand. That means you're only selling off a fraction of your stack. The United States dollar in silver alone. I understand. Reason being, their value is higher here than it will be in Australia. The strategy is for me to exchange for kangaroos. Close to $660 is what I receive. I understand. And are the 10 kangaroos to be removed? There are 10 kangaroos. Dude, you're really starting to nail this. Yeah, I did find that. Is this working? What kind of Wednesday shift would you prefer to work? And why is Wednesday chosen specifically? Simply put, you would like me to skip work that day. Do I? I would prefer it if you took a day off. Tim may then go play a round of golf. Yeah? I don't play golf very often anymore. Actually, I became rather proficient at it before getting married and starting a family. In a member guest tournament, my father paired me with his partner, even though I hadn't played in maybe 15 years. Prior to reaching the green, I may have dropped 3 balls. How about kangaroos? Are they cute? Yeah. I do enjoy them quite a bit. Well, they represent Australia as a whole. There, they are acknowledged as an authentic silver bullion coin. Is it appropriate for me to play Walty Matilda in this video? That is, if you feel compelled to. At first, I mistakenly believed Matilda to be a tank. The Australian word for homeless people was swagmen, which came from the practice of slinging heavy blankets over one's shoulder when things were tough. Swaggies were another name for them. They slept with Matilda as a blanket. It was resting on their shoulder, rolled up. You can think of waltzing Matilda as strutting down a country lane while rocking your swag. The jumbuck was doing what? As a species, jumbucks are often sheep. I can tell you that today has taught you a lot of fascinating stuff. However, I am unsure of the outcome. Its name eludes me. The squatter is the rightful owner of the sheep, but the swagman takes it from him in the song. Along with the cops, the squatter pursues him. In his haste to get away from the squatter, he leaps into a billabong, a lagoon-like body of water, and ends up drowning. And the song ends with him waltzing Matilda with me. You can hear his ghost as you go by the billabong. Right now, I want to go out and get some gold. Okay, 5 grams. Yes, indeed. Regarding IGR take a look at this. 36, 80, 200. Just as in Australia, they practically spend all their money. $2 in Australian currency. One may see purple in the 5s. There are blue 10s. We have red 20s, and the 55s have a rather verdant hue. On the other hand, the 100s have a somewhat bluish hue, with no support whatsoever. Oh, please. Am I correct? In good faith, the government of Australia. How could anyone possibly question that? Whoever is in charge determines that. Sure thing. Please sign a Yankee sticker for me, because I've traveled this far to conduct business with you. Yes, I would be more than happy to. Did you say you wanted mine? Poking around in that area. Tim, I would like to present those to you as a present. Oh, I'm really grateful. I don't know what they are. Oh, I thought that was lovely. Not just any 50-cent coins, commemorative ones. Almost resembling a spinner, this one. Yes, it does. A spinner it is. Take a look. A spinner it is. The conversation will continue for what feels like an eternity. My sincere appreciation and pleasure, Tim. Pleased to meet you. And maybe next March we'll be able to make it out there. The coins and collectibles that Tim had shown off were nothing short of extraordinary. Each one carried a story, a history, and in many cases, a legacy that spanned decades and continents. From Middle Eastern coins to Australian kangaroos, from Morgans to rare 50-cent pieces, the variety was staggering, and the care with which they were preserved was evident. Tim's expertise and attention to detail shone through in every interaction, whether discussing provenance, rarity, or the tiniest flaws that could affect value. The Australian stacker's enthusiasm was infectious. Watching him handle these treasures, carefully examining their weight, markings, and composition, highlighted the passion collectors bring to this world. Even items that seemed modest, like a 10-ounce silver bar or a handful of bicentennial coins, took on new meaning when placed within the larger context of a well-curated collection. This was not just buying and selling, it was storytelling through metal, craftsmanship, and history. The conversation meandered through the practicalities of stacking, collecting, and the occasional speculative investment. Tim shared insights about the Australian and US markets, the nuances of buying bullion versus collectible coins, and the importance of understanding supply and demand. He cautioned about overextending or speculating blindly, reminding that even the most beautiful coins and bars are only valuable if managed wisely. Through it all, viewers got more than just a lesson in numismatics. They experienced the human side of collecting, the stories of families, the journeys across countries, the excitement of uncovering a rare coin, and the satisfaction of preserving history. By the end of the visit, it was clear that the real treasure lay not just in gold, silver, or silver rounds, but in the knowledge, connections, and passion shared between collectors. Thank you for joining us on this fascinating journey into the world of rare coins and bullion. If you enjoyed this exploration, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more stories that uncover the hidden treasures of the precious metals world. Hit the notification bell to make sure you never miss an episode, and share this video with fellow collectors who appreciate history, rarity, and the thrill of the hunt. Until next time, this has been Gold Rush Reporter, where every coin tells a story and every stack has a secret.